Welcome to Build Your Foundations. We are once again taking our weekly dive into a topic regarding divorce, mediation, finance, or mental health. For today, we're continuing with our 1 Year Journey series. Today's topic is, what is your superpower? When you were little, did you imagine growing up to be Wonder Woman or Superman? How about the Wonder Twins? Do you remember them? Where did all our thoughts and dreams as a child of wanting to be a superhero go? The moment we became responsible for our own bills, I think we were forced to put our dreams away and deal with what was right in front of us. Adulting took the place of childhood fantasies, and trudging through life became our reality. As we continue in the 1 Year Journey series, let's take a moment to focus on our superpowers. Not like those of the superheroes, but our own natural superpowers. I never understood what strengths were until recently, and my life has been changed. And now I am a believer. I purchased the Strength Finders 2.0 book probably about 10 years ago. It had sat on the shelf with many other growth books, which I have a habit of collecting. About a year ago, I met a life coach who focused on doing strength based coaching and asked me if I had heard of Strength Finders 2.0. I told her I had the book, but never read it. Then she shared a secret about the book. I didn't have to read the whole thing. She told me that there was a code in the back of the book and for me to go to the Gallup's Strength Finders website with the code and take the quiz. So I did. And again, my life has been forever changed. After you take the quiz, it analyzes the 34 different strengths and gives you your top 5 strengths. My top 5 happens to be futuristic, activator, command, focus, and achiever. Once you know your strengths, you can now look up these strengths in the Strength Finders book. Yes, that book which sat on the shelf. I finally had the opportunity to see what it was all about. I have to be honest with you. I think I knew I had some of these strengths, but to have them named and put in order of strongest to strong caused me to be curious about these strengths and how each of these have looked in my life. Each and every one of these strengths I knew I had, but I had no idea how significantly they were showing up in my day-to-day life and how I have interacted with people. Part of learning about your strengths is first the recognition of them and to celebrate them. Until I saw that futurist was my top strength, I had no clue. But once I was able to name it, be curious about what being a futurist meant, things became so clear. A futurist is a visionary. Many well known people are great visionaries. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, to name a few. I'm not on the level of these men, and personally, I have no desire to go to space. But if someone throws out an idea, I can envision it and give steps of how to get to that realization of the idea and other sub ideas to lead up to that point or even beyond. My second strength of activator plays hand in hand with the futurist. Once I have the vision, I can activate steps toward the vision and put the wheels into motion. Having these strengths were critical when I launched my own practice and continue to guide me as I envision the evolution of the practice. The other part of learning about your strengths is also understanding the flip side of strengths, which would be your weaknesses. We have all heard the saying, our greatest strength is our greatest weakness. And this can definitely be true if we are not aware of our strengths and understand the flip side of these strengths. Let's take, for example, my top strength of being a futurist. The strength of a futurist is clear, but the flip side to the strength is that someone who is a futurist and unaware of their strengths may not know how to balance their futurist strengths and stay in the present moment. Having a vision for the future is great, but if you cannot stay in the present moment to help bring your vision into reality, you're merely just living in fantasy. Learning about your strengths are just the first steps. The next steps will be to understand the strengths and the kryptonite to the strength and grow in a balanced manner from just from the strengths and turn them into the natural superpower, sans the negative. Take the brave steps with us to name your superpowers and your strengths. Let's find out how we can build on these strengths as you go through the 1 year journey. Connect with us and share with us what your superpowers are. We want to celebrate and acknowledge them with you. Next week on Build Your Foundations, we will home in on our top 5 strengths. We hope you will join us and be a part of the conversation as we continue in the 1 year journey summer series. The 1 year journey is currently available for those who are at a crossroads in their lives and are ready to launch into a year-long intensive series of one-on-one coaching to help you go from not knowing what may come next to becoming your best self and living your best life. We are also very excited to share that group coaching and support will be available in the very near future. If you are recently separated or divorced or have any questions on what we talked about today, please reach out to us at Foundations Divorce Solutions and Foundations Coaching Group to schedule a complimentary consultation. Please share this post or tag someone if this speaks to you personally and if it may benefit someone else. And if there's a topic you'd like to discuss in a future episode, please DM us. Thanks so much and see you next week.